everybody, Jason here from Ghostbusters News, and recently here on the Ghostbusters News YouTube channel, I unboxed these, a replica pair of Ghostbusters 2 Ecto goggles made by Rhett J. Martin. And these goggles, they're not the only item I've taken a look at made by Martin, as past features have centered around a soon-to-be screen-used smoking ghost trap, and some downright incredible Ghostbusters paper props. And I told you in that last video, in addition to these, I was expecting another pair of Ghostbusters Ecto goggles, as I commissioned the Ghostbusters 1 style, and guess what arrived today? Here they are, and I am through the moon excited and happy that these arrived, especially today. For those that don't know, today, August 11th, it's actually my birthday, and I could not think of a better birthday gift than a pair of replica Ghostbusters 1 Ecto goggles. Now, quick heads up, if you would like to grab a pair of these for yourself, they are now available from Martin directly. I've got a PayPal link down below in the description, and that link is good for anyone within the United States. If you're outside the US and you still like a pair of these, be sure to reach out to Martin. I'm gonna include some of his contacts down below so you can snag yourself a pair. And I may be a little too excited in this video. As you're seeing here, I've already got them on my head, because this is my very first pair of actual replica Ghostbusters 1 Ecto goggles. As I mentioned in that last video, over the years, I picked up several different styles of goggles, mostly the cheaper ones that you can find at Halloween stores like Spirit Halloween. And while there's totally nothing wrong with those, in fact, you can make them look really good with some very easy modifications. If your budget will allow it, sometimes it's just nice to treat yourself. And I mean, when you can treat yourself on your birthday, I mean, that just makes things so much better. Now, quick heads up, I do have another video planned for these goggles. In fact, I'm going to be kind of doing a head-to-head between the Ghostbusters 1 goggles and the Ghostbusters 2 goggles, so be on the lookout for that. So try not to think of this video as a review. I mean, it's just an unboxing video, despite the fact that I unboxed this, off camera. That's not really important, though. Now, what is important, though, is the details of these goggles. The actual frame here, the mold started out as a restored pair of actual military goggles. So there is a bit of authenticity when it comes to these. They weren't just fabricated. That is to say, the actual frame wasn't fabricated. When it comes to the lenses, however, they were built using like actual measurements from the, Laborac microscope adapters, they're called. And they're assembled in 3 stages for movement and posing. And that means you can totally move these lenses around like you're seeing right there. Oh, as well, much like those Ghostbusters 2 Ecto goggles, the castings here, they've been created in custom color mixes, meaning you don't have to worry about like paint chipping or anything like that. You've likely also noticed these really swanky metallic style labels. They look so good. Also, we've got some dry transfers here that come from Max Factory. And when I got it here, you can see, I didn't really mention this in the Ghostbusters 2 unboxing, but some of these actual dials and everything, you can actually turn them, move them around. So, if you want your Ecto goggles on, you can. You want them off, you can. I mean, it doesn't really do anything. There's no lights or sounds or anything like that. But once again, the fact you can actually turn this, it just adds to that realism. Some of you have likely already noticed like the accurate snaps and everything. And actually, speaking of the side snaps here, if you order a pair of these Ecto goggles from Rhett, one of the snaps isn't connected out of the box. You can see here he does include a provided snap and assembly kit. And what this means is you can actually size it yourself. All you need is your head and a hammer. It's incredibly easy to do. After watching a tutorial, it took me honestly like 20 seconds. I just noticed this turns as well. I love switches and dials and knobs. Turning them around here, we've got the accurate style padding to what was seen in the first Ghostbusters. And I gotta admit, I always thought that the padding in the first film was like really super thick, kind of like the Ghostbusters 2 goggles. Let me go ahead and bring those in here right quick. Yeah, I always thought it was like crazy thick, like what you see here, but I rewatched the film and nah, this is actually accurate. We've also got some additional details on the inside of the goggles that, as I said in that last video, once again, I know I'm repeating myself, Rhett did not need to include these details, but I am so glad that he did. And I don't think there's going to be really a way that I can show it here, but on the left lens, there's like a little transparent, like other lens on the inside. That is to mimic the animation that is seen in the film. It is completely stationary, it is unlit, but it is a fun addition nonetheless. So, to say the least, I am beyond happy, I am beyond thrilled and excited to add these into my collection. I cannot wait for the next convention or con I get to go to, where I can wear my flight suit, strap on my proton pack, and show off this beautiful pair of replica Ecto goggles. As I already said, if you want to grab a pair of these for yourself, we've got Rhett's PayPal link down below in this video's description. And if you're outside of the US and you want a pair of these, just reach out to Rhett. Like I said, his information also is down below in the description. As well, he still does have some slots available for those Ghostbusters 2 goggles, so if you want a pair of those, you know what to do. With all that said, that's all I've got for you here right now. As always, be sure to subscribe to Ghostbusters News here on YouTube. Bust that bell notification icon to stay up to date with everything that's happening within the Ghostbusters world. If you'd like to join up with Ghostbusters News, check out our Patreon page. We have a link to that down below in the description, and I will see you right back here next time.